Updated February 25, 2019, 18 hours 13 minutes and 50 seconds. After more than 45 years of service and more than 6 years as Queensland's top cop, Police Commissioner Ian Stewart has announced his retirement. Key points. Ian Stewart was appointed Police Commissioner in 2012. While it has been a pleasure and a privilege to serve, he said he had been considering retirement for some time. His successor will be appointed in July. He will continue in the top job until July 7, when a successor will be named. Mr. Stewart said he had served in the Queensland Police Service (QPS) for 46 years. With Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk and Police Minister Mark Ryan at his side, he said his time with QPS had been a very interesting journey, but I can honestly say with the days that aren't as good as others, it's still been a pleasure and a privilege to serve, he said. Mr. Stewart said he had been considering his retirement for several years. When I was fortunate enough to get an extension of my contract a few years ago, I always knew that was to get us through the Commonwealth Games, to steady the ship, he said. I didn't realize there'd be a few more disasters in the book, but certainly it was always my intention to leave some time in that period. This is just the right time for me and my family, and I hope the community as well. Mr. Stewart has been Commissioner since 2012. When he took over the job from his predecessor, Bob Atkinson. The time for me to leave is right now, Mr. Stewart said. It was a difficult decision, but I also believe we're in pretty good hands. My biggest challenge now is figuring out which end of the house I get to have during the daytime. That could be fun. Ms. Palaszczuk reflected on Mr. Stewart's leadership across several natural disasters and international events. As State Disaster Coordinator, he was there through Cyclone Yasi and the terrifying Toowoomba and Grantham floods, the Brisbane floods of 2011, she said. Then as Commissioner, Cyclone Marcia, Cyclone Debbie, and more than a dozen others. There were the fires in central Queensland, Wye Bay, Gympie, Redlands, Stradbroke Island. He's been our commissioner for more than 6 years, guiding us through the G20 when the world's leaders were under his protection, and the Commonwealth Games, with its 1.1 million visitors, 6,600 athletes and heads of state and VIPs of 71 nations. Topics: police, law, crime and justice, government and politics. Brisbane 4000, QLD first posted February 25, 2019, 13 hours 35 minutes and 8 seconds.